G'day and welcome back. Today what I'm doing is I put this hide in last night. It's a deer hide, the solution. Now I'm going to wring it out before I stretch it. This is the third time I've done this. Okay. Being in winter, I usually do my skins in summer with my solution. You know, most times I get away with it just once. But in winter I find the water goes very cold very quickly, and I don't think the solution sort of penetrates as far as what it does in the summer because everything's still hot. So what I'm going to do now is just going to drain it out. Just going to wring it out. Because usually when you do this and you're doing it, it will spit back at you if you've got too much in there. Okay, then what I like to do is give it a little bit of a stretch out, see how far it's going to stretch. Okay. And what we do is just place it over, about that much. Throw this side over, and we make a donut. I explain all that in my video anyway. You know, all what you, how you do this and why you do this. It was a chilly morning this morning. Got down to, what, 6:30 this morning. It was 11 degrees here, Celsius. Yeah, cold, eh? It is for us. We're used to 42s, 43s. Okay. So if you're living somewhere very, very cold, you probably think, oh, you big girl, get used to it. Alright. So now what we do is we've got our donut and we just start winding it up. Okay, as I said before, just be a bit careful, it can spit out at here. The water is cold and you don't want solution all over your face. Okay. I'm wearing a glove because I've cut my finger and I don't want to get solution on it. So if you have any nicks or cuts on your fingers, it's always a good idea to wear gloves, especially if you're using brains. Okay, so then when we're happy with that, we go the opposite way. Flies are really bad this time of year too. We find what happens is, like, I want to do some smoking because I've still got a bag that I want to make, but with this wind around it's just not advisable, so I'll just have to wait till the wind dies down. Okay, when we're finished both ways, turn it about a quarter and do it again. And then when you finish that one, remember, go the opposite way. Now you can actually wring these out where they're almost dry. You know, they're damp. But I don't like to do that because by the time I get it on the stretching frame, it's dry, especially in summer. Okay, so that's about as dry as I want it. You know, you can keep turning it quarter of a turn until you get everything out of it. Okay, but everything seems to dry pretty quick here. So what you do then, undo it, Okay. And then what I do is I just give it a stretch. See, it stretches out fairly well. Stretch it down. That way when you put it on the frame, you've already started the stretching process. If you see the white in it, well that's fairly dry. Okay, if it was all white like that, what we would do is to start working it. Okay, but as you can see, it's a fawny colour. That's still got the water in it, which is what I want. Okay, but now we just open the fibres up. Now if you wanted to, you could drop this back into your solution and leave it there for another hour and redo it. In the colder climates, I usually drop mine in 2 or 3 times just to make sure. You know, when it's summer here, I don't tend to worry about it as much because everything seems to stay hot. You know, the solution stays warm, everything stays warm. Okay, now when you get to this, you might, I'll just come around here. Yeah, see, all this is still water. As I said, what you can do with this is you can wring it out even further than what I have until it's almost, well, it's damp. Then you have a choice. Okay, you can either put this on a stretching frame, or you can sit down somewhere nice and cool, put it on your lap and just keep doing what I did then. So you go this way and then you go that way. So you stretch it lengthwise and then breadthwise. But if you stretch it like that, if you have a look here, you can see how it's folding in. That's the curvature of the skin. It actually folds that way, but I'm pushing it this way so you can see. Okay, so I've got a curvature in here. That will stay there. If you don't use the stretching frame and you just stretch it on your lap, that curvature will stay there. Okay, but if you put it on the stretching frame, you will stretch it out flat. So it just depends on what you want to do with the skin. If you want a curvature in it or whether you want the skin completely flat. Alright, well, I'm going to go and get my stretching frame and I'm going to hang this one up and stretch it out. Alright, thank you. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and please feel free to share. Alright, take care now.